All right, so today's video, we're watching a Gold 2 support on PlayStation 5, playing Juno, Lifeweaver, and Moira. Arnie just came to say hi and then just typed into the chat. Perfect. They say, so I play support, mostly Moira, but I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and she told me that she thinks I should be higher ranked than I am. I personally didn't think she was right. She says, I'm in Elo hell. This is the game that... Oh, it dawned on me. She might be right. I don't really understand what happened this game, to be honest. I got in and was going to play Moira, but our healer told me to get off Moira or they were going to throw. So I get off Moira and I don't really know who to pick, end up on Juno, and the match starts. It goes great. Both teams make it to the end of the map. We get to the third round and our healer doesn't choose a character, so I go Moira, and they say "ite" in team chat, then GG in match chat. I know I need to work on things like positioning and target priority, but I don't think I was bad enough to get flamed by my other healer about how I wasn't helpful and all that. Also, I was mostly healing because I only thought that's what I was supposed to be doing, and our Moira got pissy when I would try to do damage. Huh? So wait, you have... Do they only play Moira and they're mad that you went more? I don't understand. I'm so confused. This has become very confusing to me. Okay, let's continue on. So I guess if somebody else takes their hero, they get mad? Let's find out. What time is the collab with Avatar? The same time that 6v6 stuff comes out, so 2 p.m. Eastern. So a little bit under 5 hours from now. I mean, your Sigma kind of just ran into a Reinhardt or got charged too, so like that's fine. Does something seem... Wait, never mind. Dude, I was watching the wrong team. I got so confused because of the red team and the blue team. Great play by your Reinhardt getting the Sigma. Let's reset here. Good job, good start. Dude, I got lost. I had a lucky streak of like watching the blue team, and then I ended up on the red team. I'm like, damn, this seems a little bit off. And I'm like, wait a second. That's because they're healing their own Reinhardt and everything's going fine. Okay, let's continue on. Off to a hot start. All right. You're playing fine so far. What rank is this one? I think it's on gold and like PlayStation, I think. Yep. When I put drop stable, what does that mean? It means that you can earn drops for in-game items. Right now it's the Bastion skin still, but that, you know, might be more sometime soon. Can't heal through walls? Yeah, it all makes sense now. Big slam alert. Okay, so I was kind of letting this all kind of play out for a little bit to kind of give you like I guess a little bit of like a note here. When you have a Reinhardt, you want to enable your Reinhardt to be able to pop off a lot. So I would like to see a little bit more of your speed rings to kind of enable your Rein to do a play. You'd be surprised at how much like a Reinhardt will just love being speed boosted. So that's just a side note. Everything else was kind of fine. Like it wasn't. Your positioning was okay, you know, the mechanics, everything was fine. But that's just, try to help where you can help, even if it doesn't require you to do damage or healing. And I think the speed ring is really good for a Reinhardt, so just let your Reinhardt go battle it out. And speed boosting your Rein with speed ring can help a ton. All right? It's just something that I saw was a little bit, it wasn't happening right away, and when it was happening, the timings were off, so just be careful of that.
Thank goodness.
You got out, which is nice.
Payload is not in motion.
Night, everybody. Yep. Be careful. Be careful. Oh. You're okay. What? Too much downtime right now. Okay. Let's talk about this. We gotta. This part right here is always gonna be. You cannot have downtime like that where you do absolutely nothing, right? Your Reinhardt came up behind you. You went in circles. Just like be patient up there and just wait. Because what happened here is you didn't even give your... I don't know what happened to your Soldier 76, but you certainly didn't give him a chance. Your Reinhardt's up on the high ground. Like, why aren't you up there with your Rein rather than kind of just going in circles? You know what I'm saying, though? So just be careful of that. But thankfully, your Reinhardt came to you. Speed ring. Just speed ring. It helps your Moira too. Think about what speed ring can do to help your team. Yep. Speed ring. Speed ring your Rein. Speed ring your Rein. Speed ring your Rein. Give your Rein our opportunity to get to them. This is what I mean. You notice how you're not using your speed ring to help your Rein? That Reinhardt probably already kills that Ayari sooner. Okay, your Rein's main right now. The Reinhardt would love a speed ring through the choke. So when you get a chance here, let's hit that speed ring button. Okay? Remember, you also benefit from speed ring. So he doesn't even need to be next to you. Uh-oh, your Moira's gonna be mad. Alright, still had speed ring. Okay, you don't have to use it now. You notice how you could have used speed ring twice and had it up twice now? This is why I want to see you use it more for like a hero like Ryan. Speed ring. Okay. Remember, if you speed ring as you're going out there, you're going to get the speed boost. Do you see the problem here? That's why I'm getting you in the mindset of speed ring. Remember, your Reinhardt will benefit from this too. Speed ring that ultimate too, because that will help your teammates follow up a little bit. Nice right click. Let's speed ring that. Yep. Get a speed ring going here. Get your Reinhardt up there. Okay. Speed ring your Reaper here to make it a little bit more difficult for the... Yep. All right. Get a speed ring going here in a second if you can. I hear a big slam. All right. Get over the pointer now. Speed ring your Rein out in a second. That way they can get out. All right? Let's use that speed ring. Yep. Hit the speed ring for the Reaper. Let's get that speed ring going. All right. Okay. Well, the good news is that your team had a good attack, so... That's not bad, right? Well, you gotta remember, sometimes you bring up the speed ring a bunch there because that's gonna... One thing that the person getting their VOD reviewed will not forget is me saying use speed ring, right? Who here watched some of my original VODs? What do we always say for Kiriko? Because I know chat hears this sometimes when they're playing Kiriko. What is it? No, not Suzu. Chat, Kitsune. Remember that one? Kitsune. And you know what? People definitely remember now to use Kitsune. Because we had so many people would use, like, not use Kitsune ever, that they would never do it. So I'm like, that's it. We're going to have a VOD where we just talk about Kitsune, and guess what? People remember that.
Hello there.
All right. Nice speed ring. I'm just glad I saw a speed ring being used. You know? Now remember, speed ring, like, for example, these are the moments that can be super helpful. Like, why not speed ring your Reinhardt up the stairs there so that Reinhardt can go up there faster to be able to retake the high ground, right? Because your Rein needs to take map space from the team. One of the best ways you can enable your teammate is by using speed ring. That's an opportunity right there. Like find those opportunities, and if your Reinhardt chooses not to take them, that's on your Rein at that point, but at least put him in a good spot. Still gets the kill on Sojourn, but why not make it easier on him, right? Like right now, speed ring. That way your Reinhardt makes a choice. Either disengage from the Ramatra or go in on the Ramatra. But you're not giving him that choice. Right? I respect the effort there. I don't like that, though. Okay. I always go the safe route here. Dropping down here that is never going to be a good play. You got away with it, and that was great, but you do not want to do that. All right? Just to make that clear. Back to you.
I can help you.
Yeah, you're just dead there. Good luck. Yeah, you're just falling over. That's just a team effort. Lost there.
Succeed.
Your teammates just trying to, like, do too much. Nothing you can do about that. Regroup. I mean, Hollywood first point is, I mean, if you want to see the best way to, like, play Hollywood first point, if you have to disengage, you either have to disengage back here to control the health pack side, and also, like, basically when you back away this way, a lot of teams go this way, is because you give the threat of being able to flank this way, and you also control a health pack, right? A lot of teams end up going here, but they end up getting rolled. So what you do is when you lose map contain, you start to back up a little bit, and like your tank can like tap the point. But like some of this can be a little bit, this is a little bit more advanced teamwork. So that's why I don't talk about it too much. But like if you're, depending on what rank you're in, that's what you normally do is you either disengage this way and have the health pack, or you disengage this way. Either can work. This one relies on the other team to feed and for you to have your full team back, but you can also tap the point this way too. And like a lot of the times people will overextend. So that's how you would normally like play the map. A lot of players just end up slamming their like just slamming against each other over here and they just fall over and that's it. But the proper disengage is here. If you can sneak someone up here, like things like that, and then you take map control and you just hold it. But a lot of players don't quite. It's definitely it requires teamwork for that. And sometimes, for example, like in a gold game right now, I don't think I would expect that type of teamwork to happen in the same way. Is how I see it, at least. I remember you have speed ring here, so you want to... Okay. Again, like, this is the problem. You have the ability, you have the mobility, and you have the speed to be able to get across to the high ground here to be in a safer spot, and you drop down. Do you see how your position is a little bit off here? Like, look at where you're at, and I want you to look at this. This is what they see. Does that look like good positioning to you, if you're on this team? Dude, like, I need to start using this point of view sometimes more when explaining bad positioning. Look at this. Like, look at where you're at. Like, this is what they see. And so if you go across here, you can then use your speed ring. You can then use your mobility, and then now you're over here. Their team can't follow up. You have a way to help your team, and there's no free kill. Instead, you and your Ashe both have bad positioning, and this is where the window of opportunity happens for the other team to win this team fight.
This ends now.
Yep, use your ult. Nice. I don't mind you doing this.
Let me heal you.
Yep. Yeah, but the Ashe can be saved even from the other way too, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, the Ashe can be saved both, like, either way there, so I go the safer route. And I've always said, you also don't want to go out of your way to get killed if your teammates are also out of position. Hi, buddy, again. No Rivals today. We got the 66 playtest today, so we're vibing. Why is the Ashe on low ground? I'm not saying that's a good thing. I agree. Remember, you can... Get a right click in there. If you're gonna cross over there, just like right click him. Why not get 8% ult charge? Instead, you wait now and then you get nobody. You know? Okay. Speed ring! Let's speed ring your Rhine in a second here, okay? Let's hit speed ring now to help your team on disengage. Speed ring your Rhine and Reaper so they can follow up. Speed ring! Yeah! But it might be a little bit too late. I don't know where you're going either. I don't... Okay, let's pause for a second. Okay, the speed ring happened, but then your reaction was to fly into like the... I think this part of the map's called jail. Yeah, county jail. So rather than like heal your Reinhardt, you then fly over here. Heal your Rhine and speed ring. You do both of those, you give yourself an opportunity. You do what you just did there, you're losing the point. That simple. I'm not saying you guarantee win the point, but you need to keep your Rhine alive there in that situation. All right? So this is where you need to clean up your gameplay. All right? The teamwork? I know, but hey, listen. The best way to get teamwork going is to at least have someone have teamwork. So that's where, you know, if your speed ring is the only teamwork happening, at least it's, oh, okay, we're on life leader.
Something for the sting.
Surrender to my will.
Thank you so much.
All right, we wait for it. I mean, hey, life weaver can work. I mean, I don't... If you feel like this pace is better for you, I'm okay with that. So, I'm okay. Yep. Do. Now we're waiting to heal. Hey, if it works, it works. I see you felt bad for the hazard, so you went to the L. Go save your Rhine. Go save your Rhine. Yep, this goes back to, like, if you position yourself in a spot where you're not paying attention to the doorway, you're going to fall over. You need to be in a spot where you have vision of that. This is a little bit safer right here, for example, because you have vision of this doorway. You can hide here, and then you'll have vision, and you can also back up again. This cover is here for a good reason. The worst thing you want to do is just not pay attention to that doorway, and that's what happens. It's all about proper positioning. Play a little bit further back so you can play walls. All right? So, it's not a bad defense. I mean, like, I don't look at this and go, oh, it's over, we're going to lose. You know what I mean? So, yep. All right, now you're on Juno again.
5, 4,
And your Moira went Lucio. This comp is good. Speed ring. Okay. Although I feel like, I don't know, Lucio Juno's probably okay, but like I think the other comp was fine too. You're okay. Let's right click our teammates here. I mean, speed ring for your Rhine. Speed ring for your Reaper and Rhine. Speed ring. Speed ring. It's not happening. I'm not even. It's not happening. It's not. There's no speed ring. That's gonna be. It's not. Health pack awareness. Bottom right. Health pack awareness. Bottom right. Don't fly into the team. I cannot believe you survived this still. I cannot believe you got a kill. Okay, remember. Health pack awareness. Work with your team. Don't stand still AFK when you can go win the fight. What? Why? What is happening? This game is... You would have already been back. Oh, no! You would have already been there. Why? What? Okay, I gotta pause for a second. Your teammates are over here battling them, keeping you in the game. And you're in spawn AFK, and there's a Lucio AFK. What happened? They're typing at each other. Well, listen. If y'all are going to type to each other, can y'all at least wait in between rounds? Like, why do it when, like, I'm not even joking. Your team all would have been back with numbers on the point and pretty much can win this team fight. Look what's here. Like, you can guarantee win this and just hold it at 60% here. Meanwhile, your Reinhardt doesn't even know this is happening. You're in spawn battling them, and the Lucio's up here. These are where games get lost. Is like moments like this. Is where you just everything's going fine, someone gets mad, and then it just goes south. What do they get mad about? The irony of like, so they got mad that you didn't damage enough on Juno, and then this was their play. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, why is... They got mad because you didn't do enough damage on Juno. This was taking Moira from them between rounds? Oh. But, like... But they're on Juno. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. This player got mad because you took Moira from them for 5 seconds. And then decided that instead of playing the game, they're going to sit here. I don't... And then they're going to somehow tell the other team to, like, report you and that you threw or something. But this is what they're doing. This is their gameplay, and they're going, this is yeah, no, not my bad. My teammate picked Moira in the selection screen for 5 seconds. Oh, woohoo! Oh, man, that sent me for a loop. All right, let's head back here. But yeah, either way, go play the game here. If they're going to do that, the best thing you can do is at least try to help and be there quicker. So. Your team is still holding this. Speed ring, by the way. Die on point, by the way. Don't stagger yourself overtime spawn. Oh, man. I don't get it. Dude, sometimes I just don't get that part. Where, like, players just get so mad at something like that they just do that. It's like, okay. Like, I'm just angry.
Stay calm.
You gotta play the game even if the other player... you took their Moira! Oh, man. You know what? Heck it. If they're gonna complain about you taking their Moira in the selection screen, you might as well go Moira, right? Heck it. Just go for it. They're not gonna play anyway. It's not gonna change anything. They've already gone into... They're gonna complain mode, so... Yeah, there you go! Heck yeah! You have a chance! Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Okay. I mean, you might as well go Moira. You said Moira's a comfort pick, and the other player's not playing anyway, so heck it, just go Moira. Send it. Remember, you do want to. You are the only support right now, so you do want to make sure you're paying attention to all your teammates. It sucks you have to do that, but the resource gain, using your orb correctly to get resources back. So far, so good. Okay, what is the new drop? Well, there's no new drop yet for Overwatch, but I think soon there'll be another set of drops. Health pack? Okay. Yeah, a little bit ambitious play, but hey, if they're not paying attention... Oh, yeah, okay. You got to pick up a little bit on the map awareness. I've watched you run into a bunch of walls a few times, so you want to clean that up for sure. They were playing better on Juno. One thing I will say is that they are down a support in general now, so, like, I gotta, like... some of the stuff you could do on Moira gets limited by... the other player legit not playing because they're mad. Oop. There you go, not bad. Oh, big slam alert! Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels bad. Like, you don't want to see this. Like... Alright, that was an ultimate, by the way. I honestly, at this point, like, some of the advice I can normally give, like, you're hitting your button. Damn. Well, maybe they don't know you're in here. You know, that's a good sign. And there you go. They waste him, and I mean, you gotta remember the other team has a bunch of ultimates to begin with. Like, if they waited an extra second for the ultimate, look what they would have had to dealt with. Nothing would have happened there. So, yeah, that was a pretty crappy way for that game to end, because I feel like this was very winnable. You said you just got here. Why? What happened? Oh, you're probably going to be upset, too, and you're not going to believe this. Can you believe that this player on Moira right now selected Moira in the hero selection screen, and then 5 seconds later switched to Juno? So the other player got really mad and then didn't play because they selected their hero in the hero select screen before the game even started. Can you, the audacity to do that. You took their it's their single player game, and you took their hero, the one they patented and all that. It's their hero, okay? How dare you? Oh, man, it gets me heated even thinking about it. Whew. Can't believe that. Anyway, so yeah, that sucks that happened. I will say, you had mentioned, let me just make sure I'm getting the right spectating here, because I've had a few today. Okay, you did mention how your friend says she feels like you're stuck in like elo hell and all that. Do you want? I'll be as straight up with you. Yeah, I think you're in the exact rank that you probably are right now, because there's a lot you need to clean up on. Ability usage, like a lot, your positioning, you're running into walls a lot, health pack awareness, disengage, a lot of this stuff, like you just need to clean up that gameplay. So I wouldn't put yourself in a spot where you're like hard stuck or anything like that. I think you're in the rank that you're probably at right now, but there's a lot of room for improvement on things that aren't necessarily, you can fix those things pretty easily. And I think then you can see a climb. So like there's a lot of room for improvement, but it's not like, it's a lot of little things that you can fix. And maybe you start with one of those, right? Like using speed ring. Maybe if you play, or expand the hero pool too. Maybe, your Juno wasn't awful, so why not play more Juno? Speed ring. Your alt timings. You can pick up on those. Understand that. Disengages. Understand when there's a health pack there. Stop falling in front of their team. You clean up all this, be confident in like where your play's gonna go. Don't run around the map and go for like a map exploration. Like things like that. You clean that up, you're gonna be fine. And I think you'll be in a good spot. But yeah, this game sucks because I feel like this game was basically won, and then your teammate getting mad about. It baffles me when that happens, because that's the same player who's going to complain about their teammates throwing every single game, but that's their reaction, and that becomes the more frustrating part, is when that player is going to be complaining about their teammates every game and blaming them for losing, but then that's the stuff they do. Anyway, clean up some of the stuff we mentioned. Yeah, I think you can climb. You absolutely can do this. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. That's where my Discord is. We also record these videos live on stream. Usually we have the chat below the webcam, but it's scuffed right now. So, but we stream on Twitch, YouTube. We have a lot of fun here. Stop by if you haven't. With that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.